Gen Con celebrates its 50th anniversary with its first ever sellout, and that means big money for Indianapolis and beyond.
Redmond joins us now with more. Mary Rachel.
Thanks, Gary. Well, technology is something we talk about frequently on the show, and this week we're delving into how technology is affecting the healthcare industry. Right here in Indianapolis, leaders from Hoosier companies in the health tech space gathered at the Speakeasy downtown to discuss the future of healthcare innovation in Indiana. That's right, Gary. The mother-daughter DIY renovation team is back at it again and sassier than ever as they finish up production for season 2. I recently caught up with Karen Lane and Mina Starziak-Hawk at Arthur's Music Shop in Fountain Square, where on this particular day, the ladies were looking to get a guitar appraised. A guitar, mind you, they found after it fell through a ceiling during one of their wild renovations, which begs the question, just what exactly can viewers expect to see in this May's upcoming season 2?
Just fly upside down. We're upside down. Look at hairs right here. That's crazy. I'll put it in front of the camera. Look at that.
You're a woman CEO. You win $100,000 worth of funding. That's huge. There aren't very many women CEOs in the tech sphere. Just talk about how you've been able to set yourself apart.
So, I mean, the $100,000 means a ton to an early stage company like ours.
Including Indianapolis-based DEMANDJUMP, the marketing company which currently provides analytics and artificial intelligence for retail and e-commerce companies, pitched what it calls a potential game changer by introducing the world's first traffic cloud for companies. This week, Fishers-based 1150 Academy and Women in High Tech announced they are joining forces to mentor women pursuing jobs in technology. Members of Women in High Tech, a nonprofit, will meet each week with female students currently enrolled in the Academy's software development course to share their experiences as women working in tech and what it takes to be successful in what many perceive to be a male-dominated industry.
Rachel Redmond has the story.
That's right, Phil. Organizers say they selected Mae Jemison, the very first African-American woman in space, to kick off its inaugural Indie Women in Tech Summit here at the Brickyard, not only for her illustrious 30-plus year career in STEM, and Colt tells me as long as the weather cooperates, that dream of opening up Sun King's very first distillery could become a reality as soon as April. Reporting in Carmel, Mary Rachel Redmond, Inside Indiana Business. For the second straight year, the high-speed, low-altitude action of the Red Bull Air Race is taking over the Motor Speedway, with planes flying in front of the grandstands at nearly 230 miles an hour, pulling 10 Gs of force. Definitely a far cry from what the typical race fan comes to expect at the Speedway. But IMS President Doug Boles is still embracing the novelty of the event that drew tens of thousands of people to the track in its debut last year.
This is still such a new event. I think even for people that have been there last year, there's still so many things that you see that are different when you come because it hasn't been around for 108 years like the Oval has. So we're excited about just continuing to introduce people to this really exciting type of flying. And even though, you know, it's one plane at a time, it's really, really cool the way that they actually engage the fans through the video boards. Last year when the race culminated, you actually hear from the pilot after he wins, before he's ever gotten to the ground, about how exciting it is to win and thanking the fans for being there. It's early enough in our relationship with Red Bull Air Race that even year 2 is brand new, and I think people are really going to experience it and new things.
Speaking of experiencing new things, I got to do just that. American pilot Kirby Chambliss, a 2-time Red Bull World champ, took me up for a ride in an air race plane.
So we're going to go out and have a lot of fun. Are you excited?
I'm excited, a little nervous.
Me too. Yeah, a little bit nervous too.
Not funny.
Just fly upside down. I enjoyed flying with you. You were awesome. You did great.
Thank you. And although this is only the second Red Bull Air Race held at the track, believe it or not, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has a history steeped in aviation.
We're known really for the Indy 500 and race cars, but at the end of the day, planes have been in our DNA from almost the very beginning. So you think about the early 1900s when we started, the car was new and aviation was really new. We actually had an aviation meet here in 1910. So before our first running of the Indy 500, Ray Haroon, who won the first 500, actually built 2 airplanes in his life. He was, at one point in time, there was a thought that he was actually going to teach flying at Culver Military School. So it's really an interesting connection for us. The Wright brothers have flown here. It's just a really neat connection for us back to the very beginning of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Mary Rachel Redmond, Inside Indiana Business.
All right, Mary Rachel, thank you very much for really taking it on the chin, so to speak, for that story.